If you have chronic sharp pain or tightness in between your shoulder blades and you tried stretching the area out or doing self-massage with a ball and nothing's worked, then this video is for you. Usually when we talk about pain coming from the shoulder blade area, we're referring to the rhomboid muscle between the scapula, so it seems like releasing this muscle directly would solve the issue, right? Wrong. Releasing this muscle directly may provide temporary relief. Maybe it'll last for a couple hours or even for the day, but next day the pain and the tightness will come back. And that's because you're not treating the root cause, you're just treating the symptom. We need to ask ourselves, why is this area always so tight in the first place? The first root cause is an excessive anterior pelvic tilt posture. So look over here at my pelvis. If I have an anterior pelvic tilt, you can see my butt's gonna stick out, and then our body is always trying to balance itself out. If my butt sticks out, then my belly kind of comes out, and I'm going to arch my low back, so I'm gonna get into this hyperlordosis, and guess what's happening right now to my shoulder blades? They're being squeezed together. So there's a lot of pressure being pulled here on the low back, but also on the upper back. So everything is crunched, and you can see why the shoulder blades would get this tight from this posture. But if I were to alleviate this anterior pelvic tilt posture, and I would bring this pelvis into a more neutral position like this, you can see right away what's happening is my stomach comes in, my hyperlordosis is gone, and my shoulder blades, they spread apart here. So right away, the pressure on the shoulder blade area would alleviate naturally if we were to fix our anterior pelvic tilt posture. The second root cause is that your scapular position may be off. There are about 17 muscles that attach to the scapula, and if some of those muscles don't do their job properly, then other muscles will come to assist, become overactive and overly tight, and in turn pull the scapula off its position. And so when your scapular position is off, it will affect your rhomboid area as well. And the third root cause of the pain between your shoulder blades could be just referred pain from another muscle, from the neck, for example, from the discs of the necks or the nerves that could be referring pain into the shoulder blade area. There may be other causes, but these are some of the main ones. And I just want to say that they're not exclusive. They may all be happening at the same time, or maybe just one or two of them are the predominant ones. So taking all these into account, as you can see, fixing pain between your shoulder blades is a whole body problem and needs to be treated as such. And so I have a mini program for you right now to follow, specific exercises that will start addressing this issue for you. Just make sure you do these exercises in the order I present, and it may take a few weeks to see results. And while these exercises are a good start, if you want a more comprehensive approach where you can really fix the underlying issues of your posture and your pelvic alignment, check out our new posture app called Posture Flow. It's the funnest way to work on your posture. You'll get access to the best posture routines. It's available in the App Store right now, and we do offer a 7-day free trial. The first release we're gonna do is targeting your lat muscle, your erector spinae muscles, even your QL. All is going to be targeted in this one stretch. That's why this is such an effective stretch. You're gonna come to the door frame here, just place your hand on the other side, and then you're gonna lean back and you're gonna posteriorly tilt your pelvic. Okay, make sure you're not tilting it anteriorly. So you wanna do posterior tilt to your pelvis, and you're gonna be leaning to one side. I'll show you what I mean here. So right now I'm targeting my right side, so I'm leaning to my right hip. And I should feel a stretch from the armpit all the way down to my pelvis. And so you're really opening up this whole area. And you want to breathe here. You're going to be holding this stretch for about 30 to 60 seconds. And then you're going to come up and do the same thing on the other side. Again, when you want to tilt to the side that you're working on and feel the stretch. Next, let's release some of those tight neck muscles, which could contribute to the scapula's position. You've got your neck extensors as well as you have the levator scapular muscle which attaches directly into your scapula. So to release these muscles, what we're gonna do is we're gonna anchor one hand behind the back, make sure you press that shoulder down, take the other hand on the side of the head here, and what you wanna do is you don't wanna just pull down and you don't wanna go just side. You want to find the in-between angle, so it's gonna be side and down at the same time. So it's gonna look something like this. You might have to play around with the position, just tilt your head slightly to see where you're gonna feel the best stretch. And just breathe. Make sure you're pulling in your stomach, so you don't want your stomach to come out when you do that. And you want to be gentle on this one, okay? Don't use full force, just a passive static stretch, 30 to 60 seconds on each side. Next, let's release those tight hips, which could contribute to an anterior pelvic tilt posture. We start with the hip flexor one. This is the kneeling hip flexor, and the best way to do it is you want to posteriorly tilt your pelvis and squeeze your glute as hard as possible. Lean slightly forward, but not too much, and you should feel the stretch here in the front of your leg, okay? And then to accentuate the stretch even more, bring one arm up and clasp it with the other hand and help it to kind of stretch up and to the side, and you should feel the stretch even more. Just make sure you're squeezing the glute the entire time to feel the stretch in the front here, okay? And make sure your pelvis is tilted posteriorly the entire time as you do it. And you want to hold it 30 to 60 seconds. And to go even further, we're going to target our adductors a little bit more and our front of the hip here. We're going to go into a lizard lunge. This is a bit more advanced, so if you can't do it, that's fine. But if you can, go ahead and lean forward as much as you can, and you should feel the stretch here in the front, in your groin area, and just breathe. You're gonna hold it up to a minute, and of course we wanna do both sides. And this exercise, we're gonna be targeting the core and the serratus anterior muscle, which is responsible for every time we raise our arm, for example. So it's 2 in 1. We're gonna get on all fours here, and what I want you to do is draw in your belly button. So I want you to push off the floor, and you're gonna be pulling in your stomach. At the same time, you are spreading your shoulder blades apart, okay? So as I'm doing this, my shoulder blades get spread apart, my stomach is being pulled in, and I want to hold this position. And now you're going to be raising your arms, alternating them, so one at a time. As you're raising the arms up, you want to make sure there is no movement in the low back. So the wrong way would be like this. If I start arching my low back like this is incorrect. So again, pull in your stomach. Make sure there's no movement in the low back. Your shoulder blades are being spread apart. And just raise the arm up as high as you can. If you can only do this in the beginning, that's fine too. Just do it properly. Make sure you're doing this exercise correctly. That's more important. But if you can do more of a range, then do that. As long as you keep that center pulled in the entire time, that's fine. And you can do this exercise for up to 60 seconds at a time. Now, I've decided to give you one more bonus stretch, and this is a direct way to stretch out your rhomboids. Look, there is nothing wrong with stretching your rhomboids directly as long as you're also addressing the root cause of the problem and you're really fixing your posture and that scapular area. Then sure, go ahead and also stretch the rhomboids. You'll actually be able to make a difference in that rhomboid area. However, if all you're doing is stretching the rhomboids directly and it's not getting any better, then you know you have a much bigger problem to address. So let me show you my favorite rhomboid stretch. So typically people do this stretch. They just bring the arm across the body. But what I like to do is kneel down, and you want your opposite arm to the leg that's down to go across. So kind of where my elbow area is, and I just grab it with my other hand. And what I do here is I just apply my body weight pressure and really feel like I'm opening up my rhomboid area. So I'm creating space in the shoulder blade area, and I'm just pressing my weight into my arm, and it's a really nice stretch. And I can hold it up to a minute. Then if I switch sides, again, opposite arm, opposite leg, and just use your body weight for leverage. And so I urge you to try these exercises for the next few weeks and see if it makes a difference to your shoulder blade area. And if it did help you to fix your shoulder blade pain, leave me a comment below and let me know about it. Of course, I want to hear. Also, if you made it this far, give us a like, share it with a friend. And of course, for a more comprehensive approach, check out our new posture app called Posture Flow. It's in the App Store right now.